everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. The City of Los Angeles Department on Disability held a night of inclusion to preview the upcoming Real Abilities Film Festival in LA. Bus Stop Films from Australia came to exhibit films that celebrate people with disabilities both in front of and behind the camera.
This event is a partnership between the LA City Council Department on Disability, Real Abilities Film Festival Los Angeles, and Bus Stop Films. And it's about celebrating inclusive filmmaking and the contribution that people with disability make to the film industry and celebrating our amazing work in inclusive filmmaking.
Tonight is an early preview of the Real Abilities Film Festival Los Angeles. That festival is taking place on May 4th and 5th here in downtown LA. But tonight we are going to experience a preview of films by an organization called Bus Stop Films. They've come here all the way from Australia to show how to really effectively include people with disabilities and their life stories in filmmaking.
Bus Stop Films was started in 2009 by two Australian filmmakers, Eleanor Winkler and Genevieve Clay-Smith, who saw an opportunity to work collaboratively with people with disability and bring inclusive filmmaking to young adults with mild to moderate intellectual disability or autism. And they developed an inclusive filmmaking practice which birthed Bus Stop Films.
I just personally believe that inclusive filmmaking helps to increase production value. We get such fresh and interesting stories that we've never had from the perspectives of people with disability. And that's exciting. And I think the more we promote inclusivity in filmmaking, the more people with disability have access to filmmaking. We're going to see such incredible stories and they're going to have a positive impact on our lives, and that's a great thing.
For more information, please contact us at disability.lacity.gov.
With rocket car racing and game show style quiz rounds, the 2024 National Science Bowl regional competition was a challenging matchup. What's the scientific probability of a win when there are 42 teams representing 25 high schools? Let's find out.
You are looking down a wire, and from your perspective, the current in the wire is heading away from you. If you drew the magnetic field lines near the wire from your point of view, which way would they point? B2.
Why?
Is the correct answer for 4 points. That awards Team B their bonus.
You try your hardest and you see what happens. There's going to be obstacles. Things are going to try to step into your way. All you have to do is just not let it stop you.
Today is the LADWP Science Bowl regional competition. We have 25 high schools competing in 42 teams. There's two parts of it. There's a game show, a toss-up and bonus questions. The hands-on competition, which is where they were assembling, building, and racing. They call them rocket cars. The students are challenging college-level math, science, and technology questions.
X carbon oxygen, Y carbon sulfur, Z carbon chlorine.
Is it why?
Why?
Is the correct answer for 10 points.
I kind of wanted to become a doctor in the future, and I realized that North Hollywood Science Bowl team is something I would like to take advantage of. The community is amazing here, and we get so much support from our two coaches, and that's primarily the reason I joined. The competition is definitely a lot stronger than it was before. At least in my experience, but that makes it fun. It's always more exciting. It was definitely a fun experience. The finals was very hard and we barely got the win, but I'm excited to represent LADWP at the national title.
We just try our hardest to learn all the science we can. I mean, we're all just a congregation of science nerds.
For more information on the National Science Bowl regional competition and other educational programs supported by Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, visit LADWP.com. The Marine Mammal Care Center and community members gathered for a send-off at Marina del Rey. It took a couple of months of rehabilitation after their rescue, but now 4 healthy sea lions are heading back to their ocean home.
We're at Charlie's Beach here in Marina del Rey. We are releasing 4 animals that have been in our care for the past couple of months back to their ocean home. These animals are coming in because of entanglements. They're coming in with different disease outbreaks because of warming ocean temperatures, acidification of our ocean. Sometimes it's malnutrition, as simple as that, but that's also related to our fish stocks and the depletion of those fish stocks. So we owe it to them to give them a second chance at life, and these are important ecosystems that are out here off the coast of Southern California. These animals are an important apex predator in that ecosystem, and we need to have them healthy if we want our oceans to be healthy.
I'm pleased to be out here with the Marine Mammal Care Center and LA County Beaches and Harbors. This last summer when we had that horrible algae buildup that really was making the sea lions sick and they beached themselves, the county built a pen, an emergency pen to help triage sea lions, and the Marine Mammal Care Center has nursed them back to health, and so they'll be doing releases up and down the coast. I had the privilege of naming 2, so we released Florence for Florence Firestone in my community, and Lennox. We named them for 2 of the unincorporated communities in the 2nd District. And we watched them leave their pens and swim out to their new forever home.
We work so hard. Some of us are right there when they first come. We do the intakes and we see them so bad that sometimes you just pray for them and just hope like they make it. And to see what they went through, and then just your hard work and everything you put into it, your heart and soul to get these animals, to get better. And the fact that they did, it's like it happens to me all the time. A lot of us do go through that because it's the emotion that we know how hard we work for it. The end results, and it's amazing.
There's a lot of wonderful people doing a lot of wonderful things. It takes a village to get these animals back to a healthy state. It takes a village to send them back to their ocean home. And so today is a joyful moment watching them go back.
Helping kids do better in school takes many forms, but one basic aspect to consider is the air that the children are breathing. The South Coast Air Quality Management Division and IQ Air is donating new air filters to local schools, giving children a chance to breathe cleaner, fresher air.
We're at Santa Isabel in East Los Angeles, and South Coast AQMD, in partnership with IQ Air, is here to install air filtration systems in the classrooms.
It is very important that the students are breathing fresh air. We're very close to the freeways, I would say maybe like 3 blocks away, so we are always in the area of emissions of all the cars. Also factories around us.
In many lower income areas, they happen to place schools right in the middle of those areas. So what the foundation does is trying to promote wellness and equality. Let's give these children a chance to breathe clean air.
It makes me feel good, since that it helps us breathe better because the freeways and the factories.
I think it's important for the public to know, particularly the residents of East Los Angeles, Boyle Heights, and West Commerce. We also recently launched a residential air filtration program, and so visit our website and apply for a free air filtration unit.
Flood and tsunami safety, Coach LA funding, LADWP level pay program. These stories up next on City Beat.
month of March, the City of Los Angeles Emergency Management Department, EMD, wants you to practice flood and tsunami safety. Floods are the most common disaster in the U.S., and failing to evacuate flood areas or entering flood waters can lead to injury or death. Traveling 20 to 30 miles per hour with waves up to 100 feet high, tsunamis can disrupt power, communications, transportation, and water supply. In order to stay safe, it is important to know the signs of a potential tsunami, like an earthquake, unusual ocean activity, or a visible ocean floor. For more tips on flood and tsunami safety, go to emergency.lacity.gov. LA City Council voted unanimously to accept $750,000 to fund the Coach LA program through a partnership agreement. Following the 2019 Women Coach LA pilot program, Nike partnered with the LA Parks Foundation and the city to develop Coach LA in 2021. The Coach LA initiative aims to promote equitable sports coaching in parks throughout the city and establish a playbook for coaching standards. In 2023, Coach LA introduced Rec and Parks aquatic staff to the playbook, and the next phase will see the coaching standards applied in more recreation centers. For more information, visit laparks.org. Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, LADWP, now offers Level Pay, a new convenient monthly bill payment option that helps you budget your LADWP charges. Level Pay averages the highs and lows of your utility bill across monthly set payments, so you know exactly how much you're paying every month. The program is available to all residential and multi-residential customers with qualifying services such as water, electric, refuse, and sewer. Your Level Pay account must be paid in full each month by the due date, or you may be removed from the program and unable to re-enroll for 180 days. For more information, click on the Services tab at ladwp.com.
South LA's Mercado de Paloma celebrated International Women's Day with an event, art exhibition, and artist discussion. Palestinian women, images, and stories highlighted the power of these women artists.
We are having the opening of the International Women's Day, Palestinian Women, Images and Stories. In addition to the exhibition, we're having a women's discussion with some of the artists who are participating in the exhibition. They can come and experience delicious cuisine from the various restaurants, and at the same time, visit our International Women's Day art exhibition depicting Palestinian women, images and stories. We have Palestinian artists participating in this exhibition, as well as Latin American artists based in LA.
As a Palestinian American, this is it's in our blood. It's an honor and a duty, truly, to speak for our people from the past, from the present, and into the future. Women are very powerful in so many ways. We are the givers of life, and not to be taken lightly, really.
With International Women's Day, I really wanted to highlight a female artist, Artemisia Gentileschi, as well as Ahid Al-Tamimi, to really show the strength of women and contribute to International Women's Day. As an artist, it's our responsibility to document stories. There's no reason why we shouldn't be documenting the story of Palestine, and to be fearless in doing so. As people living on colonized land, I think that is the most important thing, to be able to tell those stories. So my advice to any artist is to not be afraid to use your art as a way to speak up for people who cannot speak up for themselves.
So Esperanza Community Housing is a community development organization that strives to fight for social justice in South LA, for equity, anti-discrimination, but we are not blind to the struggles that take place around the world in pursuit of the same objectives. We stand firmly in solidarity with the women in Gaza and the mothers who have lost their children, and we send them our love, our embrace, and our desires for freedom and liberty.
In omnia paratus, or ready for anything, is a motto of LA City's Emergency Management Department. At its camp, ReadyLA, attendees learn life-saving skills which they can use in a career or in their communities.
Camp ReadyLA is a week-long program that provides an inside look into the lives of an emergency manager and emergency responders. It's a fun and exciting program where you can meet new friends, learn basic life-saving skills, learn about more career paths that they may take in the future, and build lasting relationships. Even if you don't pick a career in emergency management, a lot of the information that you will learn will help you become better prepared for the next major disaster, such as an earthquake or floods, fires, anything in emergency management.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us during this critical situation.
People will be able to do mock press interviews. They'll be able to learn how to do public speaking and how to do it in front of the camera, because that can be a very important task, not only for emergency managers, but a lot of different emergency response careers.
I want others to know that this is a great opportunity to converse with our leading agencies and top administrators here in the city of Los Angeles. Building your network is extremely vital to your success, and this program gives you the opportunity to do so. This experience was very impactful. After I went through the program, I applied to be a fellow here at the EMD, and now I'm working toward a career in emergency management.
We've had previous camps in the past, but we are expanding every year to make sure that we include more people, we're more inclusive, and we try to focus on different residents in LA City, especially those that come from underserviced communities. To find out more about eligibility, you can go to emergency.lacity.gov. There you'll find out who's eligible and what the deadlines are.
It's tax season again. You can always pay for help, but how about getting free tax help from IRS certified volunteers? AARP is running a free tax prep program at 24 locations in Los Angeles, one of which is the Los Angeles Public Library branch in Van Nuys.
We're here at the Van Nuys Branch Library today to showcase our AARP free tax program. We also have 24 different locations across the city at our public libraries offering free tax programs. It's a big help for the Van Nuys community. I mean, obviously people can go to tax preparers and pay quite a bit to get their taxes done, but here at the Van Nuys Library and our other locations, you can get specialized assistance from either CSUN Vita or here at the AARP Tax Foundation.
AARP has been doing this for 50 years. And we have over 36,000 preparers around the country. And we are all IRS certified, so we are all certified tax preparers. And we do it as a service to the community. We do it for free. We don't charge anything. As far as our process, someone walks in, I ask them some qualifying questions, and then they sign in. They have paperwork to fill out, because we use that paperwork to prepare the taxes to figure out if, first of all, if we can do it, because there are things that we cannot do. And if something is what we call out of scope, we want to catch it right away. Last year, we had a success rate of 99%, which is phenomenal.
We've had this program here for over 7 years at the Van Nuys location, so we're happy to see that the patrons have come back, and also people can get assistance for tax needs.
It's very warming when I see people coming back. We build a rapport with some of these people. Some of these people, I've been doing this for 7 years, and I am seeing a lot of these people coming back, and it's good to see them.
I think it's a great service. I mean, I would definitely check out our Van Nuys Library and our other locations across the city where you can get your taxes done for free. I think it's a great value service that everyone can take advantage of. For more information, people can go to lapl.org/tax-information to find out their local branch offering a tax program, where to schedule an appointment, and also where to find out workshops for their local community.
LA's Sanitation and Environment Department hosts a monthly urban garden lecture with composting. Springtime means planting for a garden harvest later on, and LASAN gives compost away to help everyone's urban garden get growing.
Today we're doing our monthly urban garden lecture with composting. So what would we do with sanitation? We have a compost lecture. We talk about composting and worm farming, and then I do a different subject every month. This is the month of March. We're doing tomatoes and spring vegetables. So everybody needs to get their spring vegetable garden ready during this month.
We do this to promote home composting. The bond that we have, we know the importance of urban gardening and home composting, so we want to be able to promote to all residents here in San Pedro. And we actually have had a good following the last few weeks for the home composting. We also sell discounted material for home composting, and we also give away composting that sanitation produces as well.
Today we're going to cover tomatoes and spring vegetables like peppers and eggplant and squash, pumpkins, watermelon. But we really like to focus right now on tomatoes this month, getting them ready. I just know that in Southern California, there should be no reason why you can't have a vegetable in your garden, in your house, every single day of the year. And it's very cheap to do, and it's very rewarding. And that's why I do these lectures. You know, I come out and I want to tell people how to grow a garden. The more you garden, the better quality stuff you're going to get. You know what you're buying, and it's a hobby.
So we have upcoming events throughout this whole spring and summertime. If you want any more information, feel free to go to our website, lacitysan.org, under our composting and urban gardening section, and to find out for any future events that we were going to be holding.
In this week's feature story, I meet LA Fire Department Captain Cecco Secci. He talks about the many calls to LAFD that are not fire-related and how the department works with community members to extend the reach of emergency first responders.
I am so excited to be joined today by Los Angeles Fire Department Captain and Spokesperson Cecco Secci. Thank you so much for being here, Cecco.
Oh, Natalia, thank you very much for having me.
I want to know, what are some of the things that people think firefighters do, but really, what are all the things that they really do?
Sure. So I think the number one thing, right, is they think that we go and put water on fire and put fires out, right?
Right.
But the fire department actually does many more things. Probably somewhere around 85% of our calls are medical emergencies. So we respond to everything from a heart attack, right, to strokes, traumatic injury on the job site, traffic collisions, right? So there are many, many things that we do. And we are continuously training, preparing for any of these emergencies. In Southern California, earthquakes.
I was going to ask you, earthquakes, recently flash floods.
Yes, so all of those things we don't improvise our response, right? Because we want to provide the greatest opportunity for the person that we're rescuing to survive or to reduce and mitigate any injuries or permanent damage that might occur to them or their property. But at the same time, we also want to keep safe our firefighters. So again, when the firefighter shows up, there was a lot of work and preparation behind the scenes before we show up to help the public.
And it's really interesting because it sounds like, obviously you can't really, like in the event of a, natural disaster, there's only so much that ground you can cover and things you can do. So I know that you also work with the community to give them the resources. What type of training do you provide for the general public?
We have a CERT program, which is the Community Emergency Response. And what they do is they go through a 7-week course and they really dive more deeply into what are things that someone can do in case of emergency. And many of these people, it's for their own education, but many will come back and become volunteers and help the fire department, right, in larger emergencies. Like, for example, you mentioned right now with the recent rain event, we had some of the CERT members that helped out the fire department. What it does is a fire department responds, we mitigate the emergency quickly, and then CERT can stay and control that scene until more permanent help comes. It frees the fire department resources to go respond to another emergency.
Thank you so much, Captain, for stopping by.
My
Really
pleasure.
appreciate that.
In this week's Things to Do, celebrate Nowruz, the Persian New Year, take part in a family art workshop, and a bird walk at Hansen Dam. All this up next on Things to Do.
Los Angeles Public Library invites you to a celebration for Nowruz, the Persian New Year. The cultural heritage of the Persian community of LA will be on full display with keynote speakers and authors on site, including a young adult author panel. Catch the debut of Tarantulas Musical Theater, enjoy a mosaic tile workshop, hear traditional Persian musical instruments, and delight in arts, crafts, games, and much more. This is a free event open to the public and suitable for all ages. Don't miss this joyous cultural celebration of the Persian New Year at the Central Library Mark Taper Auditorium on Sunday, March 24th at 1:30 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. Enjoy a free family fun art workshop on Saturday, March 23rd at 10 a.m. All the art materials are provided free of charge. Following the art workshop, there will be an egg hunt on the grounds of the Sun Valley Youth Arts Center, also known as Stonehouse. This event is free for the entire family, and it takes place on a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last. Registration sign-in is required, and all participants must be present to be seated once space becomes available. Enjoy a free art workshop for the whole family on Saturday, March 23rd at 10 a.m. For more information, see Sun Valley Youth Arts Center on social media or visit culture.lacity.gov/events. While there's no guarantee of the number of species you'll see, Birdwalk Hansen Dam is a chance to learn more about birds with the San Fernando Valley Audubon Society. Hansen Dam is a huge area of varied habitat and home to around 280 bird species. On a typical outing, you can spot 30 to 50 different types of birds in the natural surroundings. Birdwalk Hansen Dam is a free family-friendly event. The walk covers between 1 and 3 miles and is geared to the abilities of the group. To take part in the Birdwalk on Saturday, March 23rd, meet at the ranger station at the Hansen Dam Recreation Area at 8 a.m. For more information, visit culture.lacity.gov/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.